Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. We have a declutter. It's a little bit larger than the other ones we've done. We've done quite a few recently.
Yeah, we did one just a couple weeks ago and then we were like,
Should probably do it again.
we should do it again.
And we're gonna explain some things that may be happening in the future. AKA breaking the no-buy with a stimulus check because everybody said it was okay. So,
Let's just get into it, I guess. So we have two kind of different declutter arenas. We have several things that we're actually decluttering, and then just a handful of things that we're gonna put like on the chopping block. So we're gonna play with them for a week or so and decide if we want to keep them or not, that kind of thing. So here are the things that we are decluttering for sure though.
So we're giving these two away. They've been used once. This is the Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette. We knew damn well we wouldn't use this, but we got it and the packaging's cute. It's Fenty. We're like, yeah, let's use it. No, it's neutral. It's neutral.
It's subpar.
It's okay. Fenty products, I would go with more face products. It's just very neutral with a pop of blue, which isn't...
Like, the shimmers looked really cute in the pan, but it looks like it's just like an overspray, honestly. So yeah, we should have just donated this or given it away right when we got it, but instead we decided to open it.
And the other one is the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. I used it once.
I've used it once too.
It's a very pretty palette. It's gorgeous. It's Natasha formula. There's nothing wrong with this palette other than the colors we don't use. I got this free as a buy one get one free on a Black Friday sale. And this is just the Natasha palette that I know we will never actually get any real use out of. So I just figured we would give it to somebody who, because it's only been used twice, so I figured we'd give it to somebody who would actually use it.
Yeah, for sure. A nice big chunk of highlighters we're getting rid of. This first one is ColourPop Flexitarian. This is a really, really gorgeous blinding highlight, and it's too much now. It's way too much for me. I've used it under foundation a few times, and I do quite like it that way. But I have other highlights that I can just use over foundation, so I just don't see why I would need to keep this. It's really gorgeous. If you have a fair skin tone and you like a really icy blinding highlight, this would be my first pick for you. It's really beautiful, and for that reason I've taken so long to part with it, even though I've used it probably 6 times in the last 2 years. Like, I've had this for ages and I never use it. So beautiful, but need to let it go. This is a little Tarte Z palette that we have filled with highlighters from the BH Cosmetics Desert Oasis palette, and they're really stunning. They're just too intense these days, so we're gonna get rid of these. I don't know what exactly we're gonna do with them, but they will no longer be in the Z palette, that's for sure, because I paid like $12 for this thing. And next is like a cult classic, Ofra Rodeo Drive. I have not used this in a long time. When I do use it, I think it's really beautiful. I really do like their formula, and I like this highlighter a lot. But we have gold highlighters, so
we just don't reach for it.
I don't need to be keeping this when I could reach for Soulmate by Dose of Colors, you know? And then lastly here, this is the Makeup Revolution X Soap Does Nails Highlight Palette. I do actually quite like this a lot. I loved this pink shade. I have pan on it. I put it in a project pan. I was going to focus on using this up completely, or at least hitting pan on a few more shades. But I have this one here for Makeup Revolution. This is the Incandescent Highlight Quad. And it has some similar tones in it, but I prefer these to this one. Formula-wise, they're fairly similar, but I don't need to be keeping this around. But this is a really good one if you like powder highlighters.
I could use it, except for I don't like the Makeup Revolution formula, personally.
Yeah, what's for you? Don't they look like thick on the skin for you?
Yeah, like thick or chunky. I just don't like it. Like, you put it on and it's very clearly a stripe. I just can't get it to like buff out to what I like. But I also like a little bit more of a natural highlighter than she does.
Yeah, and whenever I wear it, she's like, what highlight are you wearing? And I'll tell her and she's like, oh, yeah, it just doesn't work on me.
So this is the NYX Love Lust Disco palette. I think we're gonna depot a couple of these shades. We got it not too long ago.
Got it for Black Friday.
But it's just not something I reach for that much. I like a couple of the shades specifically, but this is just too bulky.
It's so big.
We just don't need the entire thing. There's shades that we don't use in it and probably won't use, or we have dupes of, so we figured we would just depot it. Then we have this NARS. That's all I have for you. It's like a blush or highlight duo or something. It doesn't have a shade on it. We got this at Marshall's or TJ Maxx. this is gorgeous. I have no complaints with this. I wouldn't pay full price probably. But we have a MAC highlighter that's
like a hot pink.
The exact same, just not with the little highlighty side. So it's just not necessary for us to keep this. And we used our Ulta points the other day and got a lot of blush. So we need to like get rid of some. And then this is our Profusion Blush and Glow palette. We have used the living hell out of this. This was our all-time fave like last summer. We haven't reached for it in a while, and honestly, if we really want it back that bad, it's like $5. So we can get rid of it for now, and if we're dying without it, we can get it back.
We can get it again later.
And then this is the ColourPop blush stick in Under Pressure. I really, really like this blush stick. I have no issues with it whatsoever. It's just more matte than I typically prefer a blush to be, and I love my Nude Sticks blushes too much. Like, I'm just not going to reach for this over my other cream blushes, and that's why I'm going to toss it, because it's just not necessary. I would love to give it to somebody, but it's a stick, so it's been all over my face, and there's no way you can, like, cleanse.
I mean, you can sanitize the top portion.
Yeah.
Like, just like you would a bullet lipstick.
We could try that to see if anybody else wants it, but it's just,
they're
really great, but to me they're meant for more like oily skin.
Yeah.
Not meant for
or somebody who doesn't love a Vaseline look on their cheeks.
Yeah. And then this is the ColourPop the Flower Beauty Blush Balm in Melon. Gorgeous. We love this formula.
Love this color.
We just have another color like this. We've got tons of coral blushes, and again, we just need to declutter blushes. I would 100% always recommend this formula. I have no issues with it. We just have dupeable colors to this with a formula the Nude Sticks that I like a little bit more.
Yeah. For like primer type things, we only have one. This is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Defense in Soft Radiance. This is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it works well to mix with foundations. It looks okay under foundation. Sometimes though, when I put it on too soon after like my sunscreen, it'll like start to pill weird. It's just one of those things. It's fine. Like, I do enjoy it. I got it at like TJ Maxx. But I just don't need it. I have other primers that I prefer, and did we order a primer from Ulta?
I ordered the Catrice one.
The Essence?
The Essence one.
Okay. So we have another primer on the way, and there are other primers that I prefer. I just don't feel the need to try to finish this up at all.
That's our last primer though.
Well, NYX Angel Veil.
Oh, NYX Angel Veil.
NYX Angel Veil, and then we have an oil primer, and then the ones that are in our project pan, but that's it.
I don't have one left.
Oh, well, I do. e.l.f. Jelly Pop and Cover FX Dewy.
Oh.
So we have like 4.
We've got a bunch of lip colors, so I'm kind of just going to speed through these. These are 2 Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquers. You know I love the shade Tease. These ones are just a little bit too goopy and a little bit too dark. I think I'd prefer just to put a clear gloss on top of a dark lip.
Yeah.
These are nice for touch-ups, but it's just, I don't wear bold lips that often. We probably used these like 4 times in the last year, so they're just not worth keeping. And then 2 of our Maybelline Shine lipsticks. One is in like a brown shade and one's in like a more purpley shade.
Like a mauve.
Yeah, I love this formula.
I want Baddest Beige back so bad.
Yeah, but we don't use these colors, honestly. I'm kind of at the point where with our ABH lip palette and then some of our liquid lipsticks, we don't need multiple of like deep shades, because I mean, if you've binge watched our videos, if you've seen us at any point, name one time that I've worn a dark lip. Once. Just once. Let me know.
You might find me in a dark lip.
I'm a nude girl. She does like hot pinks and stuff, but we don't need 10 of those.
No. So I have 2 ABH mini lipsticks. I got this in a set. They're both hot pinks, but they're like bubblegum, like Barbie whore pinks. Like, I don't like these colors. I don't like them at all. The matte lipstick in Stargazer is a gorgeous hot pink. I love that one. So I will have that one, but these 2, every time I've tried to use them, and like, if I can't read the names on these because they're so small, so I always have to just guess. Because I had multiple like hot pink kind of colors, I'd like put one of these on and I'd be like, that's not Stargazer. And then this is the Urban Decay Comfort Matte Lipstick in Back Talk. This is a beautiful color and a really beautiful formula. It pulls a little, it looks like a gorgeous pink in the tube, but it's more of a mauve purple kind of tone. I really do like this formula. I would definitely get a lipstick that I would use more in this formula, but I've used this once.
Not
I got it in a giveaway, but I've just used this once, so there is no purpose in keeping it around to use it once again in the next year and then declutter it. And then we have an Ofra liquid lipstick with no name.
I think it's a BoxyCharm shade.
Yeah, it was a BoxyCharm shade. I don't know why I bother keeping BoxyCharm lip products. They always turn out to be the same stupid shade that I don't like a mid-tone pinky nude. No. Or like a rosy nude. And then this is the, oh, what's this one called? Hot Fire or something?
Yeah, Hot Fire.
Desi and Katie liquid lipstick in Hot Fire. It's just a really gorgeous, vibrant orange red. This is my favorite color and favorite formula as far as liquid lipsticks go. But this is old. This is old. So it's just time that we part with this. I don't wear a bright orange red that often, and when I do, we have a couple other bright orange reds.
ColourPop has some decent dupes as well. So
yeah, so.
Then we have this Huda Beauty liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Flirt. It's like a purpley nude. It's a really pretty color. It's like really a cool pretty tone. It's gorgeous. We've also had this forever. I do really like this formula.
It's really lightweight.
Thin. Yeah, it's really thin. So as far as liquid lipsticks go, I think this is a great formula because it's hard to like build it up too much. But I just don't reach for it very often. We've had it for a couple years now, and I've wanted a handful.
We got those in Ipsy bags, and I was pooping my pants. I was like, Huda Beauty full-size lipstick in
it's a bang for your
bag.
buck, but we just don't use it enough, and I've had it long enough, and I honestly haven't even thought about it in probably over a year. I don't even think I picked it up. So, and then this is MAC Ruby Woo. This is a staple red lipstick. I haven't actually tried it. I don't think Vic hates the formula.
It bunches up on my lips. It's almost like it gives me dry lip flakes. Even when my lips aren't dry and flaky, I put it on and it bunches up and like balls up. Oh god, I hate it so much. I would much rather wear my Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink, the red one, because that one stays in place. It's a little weird of a formula, but it stays in place and it's fairly comfortable for me to wear, so I'm not touching that guy again.
And our maybe pile.
So just so you know, we cut down our eyeshadow palette a lot. We cut down our eyeshadow palette collection quite a bit, partially because we've depotted so many palettes and we've taken them apart. Sorry, I'm sick right now, so things are going in and out. But a lot of that is because we've depotted. We are waiting on some palettes to come in, some empty palettes for our ColourPop shadows. So we've depotted all of those to do that with. So we have a few palettes here that we are on the chopping block with, kind of on the fence with. But first, this is the Super Shock Cheek in Wisp. This is
gorgeous. Stunning.
Gorgeous. It's a little too deep for me as a highlighter, but I did use this like on the butt of my sponge. I saw that per Rebecca Morgan's recommendation, I think. I don't know if it was this shade she used, but this works lovely as like a glowy primer, so I'm going to try to use it like that for a little bit and see if I can just like finish this up. We'll see. It's a really beautiful product, but it's not something I reach for all the time because it's too deep for me, and she just has other things she prefers. So, but
I like it a lot, but it's almost
it's
more
like a
cool
tone.
toned.
It's like a cool tone gold. So it looks a little ashy sometimes depending on like how yellow your skin pulls, but I think it's beautiful. And then this is the Profusion Chocolates palette. So this looks like it could be like a potential dupe for the Natasha Denona Gold palette. It's not, let me tell you that. But this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous neutral palette. I love like the depth over here. I love this teal. The shimmers are to die for.
How often do I wear neutrals?
How often do I wear neutrals?
And not only how often do you wear neutrals, but how often do you pull this palette out to wear neutrals?
Exactly. I've used it a couple times and I loved it when I did. I really, really liked it. I did like an only mascara look with like a teal wing and like gold shimmer on the eyes, and then I used this teal like over top of my blue lipstick, so it was really monochromatic. I really, really loved that look. So I don't want to depart with this, partially because we don't have a ton of neutral palettes any longer. Like our Natasha Denona palettes are neutral, most of them. They lean a little more neutral, but they're not like just a neutral palette, you know? So I just want to hold on to this, but I know I don't necessarily need to, so I am going to try to use this a few times over the next week or two and kind of get a feel for whether or not this has a place in my collection. I still would highly recommend this though.
This is the Profusion Wanderlust palette. We've done multiple looks with this. We've done palette of the weeks with this. It's a gorgeous palette. This one is one of those palettes that if we kept, I would be very happy, but if we got rid of it, I would survive, you know what I mean? I love the formula. Again, Profusion shadows, we really, in the big palettes, we really like them, and so I would never say don't get them. We've raved about this so much.
The matte purple in here is so good.
Especially for drugstore. This is $10, right?
Yeah, $10. So is the chocolates palette.
Yeah, it's just a matter of we don't reach for it. And these type of palettes are really hard to depot.
Yeah, I don't want to risk like shattering them all over the place because they're plastic, so you have to pop out the plastic and then you have to melt out the shadow, that kind of thing. It's just a lot of work to do that.
So we really like this, but we just need to play around with it a little bit. I think out of all the palettes, this is probably the most likely to keep.
Yeah.
Because it is such a staple. Not like a staple, but it was like the first perfect drugstore palette we've found.
It's one, I would recommend it like so highly. It's right up there. And this last one is the Makeup Revolution and Jack Emery palette. I love Jack Emery. I think he's hilarious. I think he's a fantastic artist. Don't care for Alexis Stone though, just putting that out there. But he created a palette with Makeup Revolution and I decided to buy it even though I don't normally have the best of luck with their shadows. Normally they're okay, that's all. I actually do quite enjoy this palette. I've liked the looks that came out of it. She doesn't.
I don't like it.
I can make it work for me, no problem. This gold right here is just out of this world beautiful. It has like silver shimmer going through it. It's so stunning. I love it so much. The other shimmers aren't bad, but they're not the best by any means. The mattes perform well for me. It's just, I don't know, I could live without it potentially. I could live without all the makeup potentially, but out of everything...
Speak for yourself.
I would survive. But out of everything, this is something I'm not super compelled to keep. I do quite enjoy it, so for that reason I do want to keep it, and I like having the option of like an affordable thing to recommend to people because most of our eyeshadows are high-end or Cliono Cosmetics. So, I don't know. So this one I'm going to play around with. Play around with a bit. I have tried this navy before, but I don't quite remember what I think of it. But since we're almost out of mood from the Be Perfect palette, maybe this will come in clutch.
Maybe.
We'll see. But yeah, that is the last item that's kind of on our maybe pile chopping block.
So, well, they all broke.
If they survive.
So anyway, we did a poll on Instagram and we also asked on Twitter because Vic got her stimulus check today. I assume I'll get one in the next couple days. And they're meant to stimulate the economy. As much as I would like to just like put it all in savings, I might put a little bit in savings. I'm going to pay off a couple bills. But I don't just want to put it in savings when it's meant to stimulate the economy, and I'm not, like, we have plenty in savings, so it's not like we need to save it. I can save my paycheck that comes in on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, we're still working. We make pretty decent money. We pay our parents for rent and we pay for like our car and stuff, but like we have pretty minimal bills, so there's no reason for us to get this stimulus check and put it towards a bill. We're not past due on anything. Like, all of my cards are paid off.
My car is paid off.
My car is paid off. Yeah, my phone bill is paid off. That kind of thing. Like, there's not much I have to pay off besides rent every month, like,
which is pretty cheap since we live at home. So
yeah.
We asked if people would consider it breaking the no buy. I think 2 people said yes, and the rest said no because it's like a gift card. Yeah. And we don't plan on spending a lot. Like, we don't plan on like spending the entire amount of the check, the $1,200 each. That's way too much.
Well, I got $1,700 because I have a baby, and I don't want to buy $1,700 worth of makeup. I just don't. We were like online perusing today, trying to see like, oh, what could we buy, and everything. I was like, oh, that's cute. I don't need it though.
Well, and we just used our Ulta points.
Yeah, so we have some orders coming in. You will see a haul coming soon with those Ulta points.
So it's just, I think we're just gonna buy a handful of high-end makeup that we've been eyeballing. I want to get some more like
brands.
Olaplex and hair masks and maybe a hydrating face mask, like a handful of things. But a big reason for doing this declutter was the fact that we used our Ulta points, and if we buy any makeup, like, we need to get rid of the stuff we're not using. Like, we just need to be a little bit more harsh and just bite the bullet and toss the things that we don't like.
Keeping it around, yeah.
Because it's just not necessary. So we can do a full video on the haul we do with our stimulus check as well if we buy that much. I don't see us buying too much. We're gonna place like a Glossier order because we want to try.
I really want the stretch concealer.
Yeah. But other than that, there's like, when I browse through websites, when I go to spend the money, I cannot choose a thing. It's so hard. It took me 10 hours to look through Ulta to figure out my Ulta points. I swear to God. I swear to God, it took me so long. I probably went through the website 20 times before I decided on things to get. So I wanted to get Smith brushes with it because that's been something that I've wanted for a long time, but they are all sold out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like go to local places and
Eat out
take some food out, that kind of thing, just to help out with them a little bit. But I don't want to spend that much money on food either. Like it's a hole that you can go through real quick. Yeah, I'm just such a saver when it comes to my money and how I spend it. And so when I got that stimulus check in the mail, like I started to transfer it into my savings account. Like that's what I'm used to doing. Or when I got it on my app, and I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to do this. And obviously we don't have to use it like right away or anything. Like we can wait for a bit, but Sephora sale's going on. Yeah, I don't know. There are things that I want, but everything I can live without pretty much. So we don't really know. I mean, I think we're going to get a handful of things, but I doubt we're going to get much. So we're not going to consider this breaking the no-buy because the point of the no-buy was A, to stop spending money, and also B, to dwindle our collection down. And I feel we've been doing really good at that. We haven't filmed all of our declutters, but we've decluttered probably 3-4 times
You
this
should
year.
see our eyeshadow palette drawer. We used to barely be able to shut that thing, and now there's like 6 or 7 palettes in there because we depotted and decluttered a ton of things. So we're doing well, and I guess we'll update you in the future, but we figured we'd just pop on and let you know, just so when we do a haul or we start using new things, you're not like, these bitches broke the no-buy. Yeah. We're admitting it on camera in front of you.
And regardless of whether or not like you consider it breaking the no-buy or whatever the case is, I do feel really solid on how I'm going to go forward spending my money on makeup.
Well, with how hard it's been even choosing something to buy with Ulta points, I can only imagine how hard it's going to be when I actually spend my money on makeup.
Pretty much. I just know, like, we have so much stuff, and we are using it well. Like, you can check out all our project pans. Like, I'm going through stuff really easily, and pretty quickly, I might add. So I do want to keep making a dent in things, and I by no means want to be, like, a minimalist when it comes to makeup, but yeah, this no-buy has been really successful, whether or not it's actually considered a no-buy now. But we will continue to not buy makeup till the end of the year after this.
Yeah. So I think that's all that we have. We're gonna go watch The Way Back. It's a solid movie. It's my
10 out of 10.
My third time watching it. It will make you cry like a baby, and I want you all to watch it. It was technically in theaters, and then, you know, we were all in lockdown, so that's how it goes. But yeah, that is all from us. Let us know any thoughts you've got in the comments below.
What are you getting with your stimulus money?
Period. What are you getting? I want to hear. Yeah, tell us that in the comments. And if you made it this far, we love you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!